I discovered my wife's infidelity at the club, where I was restrained and forced to witness her betrayal, leading to inevitable consequences. Be me, 38 years old, living in Phoenix with my wife Claire for past 24 years, working as financial analyst for big corporation. Hate these monthly gatherings at the Crystal Oaks Club. Rich people showing off their wealth every few weeks, making up reasons to throw expensive parties. Claire loves these events though. She gets excited like a kid before Christmas. Past year has been rough. She started drinking heavily at these gatherings, embarrassing both of us. We met during my MBA days. Things clicked instantly back then. Have 3 kids in college now. Marriage started cooling off about a decade ago. Thought it was just natural. Wanted more intimacy and affection. Too scared to bring it up. Didn't want to cause problems. Eventually gave up on romantic dreams. At least have stable job. Making good money. Especially important with 3 college tuitions to pay. Claire doesn't work. Never wanted to. Spends time on community projects and social stuff. My income keeps her lifestyle going. She still looks great at her age. Regular spa treatments and salon visits help. Me, pretty average looking. Got some belly fat. Gray hair creeping in. Job requires fancy clothes. Claire loves shopping for them anyway. Good at my work, but not really satisfied. Want something different? Something that brings actual joy. Not just constant money stress. Want to move somewhere smaller too? House is way too big for just us two. Hate maintaining this massive place. Claire refuses to downsize. Won't give up her fancy house, or country club membership, or her wealthy friends' circle. At recent gathering, mingling around making small talk. Night dragging on forever. Holding same drink for what feels like hours. Claire keeps drinking heavily. More than usual tonight. Can see it showing in her behavior. Group of society ladies gossiping in corner. Talking about their affairs. Try to avoid that whole mess. About to leave room. Suddenly hear Claire's voice. Crystal clear and way too loud. She's talking about someone named Thomas Walker. Bragging about him giving her best experiences in bed. Room goes dead silent. Few women notice me standing nearby. Claire sees me too. Tries playing it off with drunk giggles. Way past point of good judgment. Other women looking uncomfortable. Some quietly slip away. Rest sit in awkward silence. Claire just gives me mischievous grin. Looking right at me, calmly place glass on nearby table. Leave club without saying word. Head straight to airport. Make impulsive decision. Book commuter flight to Salt Lake City. Always preferred it over Las Vegas. Less flashy, more down to earth. Helps clear head, especially about troubled marriage. Need time away? Decide to spend weekend there. Turn off cell phone. Book room at Golden Crown Casino. Set up account with $20,000. Not much of gambler, but casino accounts useful. No federal oversight. No government reports. Just untraceable deposits. Perfect for situation. Finally wake up around noon Saturday. Order simple burger and fries from room service. Salt Lake City, perfect for clearing head. Air crisp and clean. Climate pleasant. City offers plenty of distractions. Walk down to river. Think about how marriages fall apart. Not planning on divorce yet, but thought of tossing wedding ring in river crosses mind. On way back to hotel. Notice real estate office. Condos displayed in window. Sudden urge hits me. Why not buy place here? Spend hour chatting with agent. Another 2 hours driving around. Find small furnished unit. Feels just right. Can't purchase while still married though. Work out discreet lease to buy deal. Put down hefty deposit. Seller happy with offer. One of smartest things I did early in marriage. Taking charge of finances. Claire hopeless with numbers. Let me handle all bills. As long as she could spend freely. That evening treat myself to fancy sushi. Call it night early. Decide to deposit another $10,000 on casino Visa card. Despite hefty cash advance fee. Feels necessary given circumstances. Next morning wake up early. Head to casino restaurant for breakfast. Get eggs, bacon, hash browns, toast. Just how I like it. While sipping second coffee, notice waitress has nasty bruise around eye. Trying to hide it with her hair. Still noticeable though. Despite injury, she's working hard. Making sure all customers taken care of? Obviously new to job. Can tell by eagerness to please. Experienced waitress would be more relaxed. Have to admire her determination. Get curious about situation. Start conversation about her name tag. Says Victoria, but explains real name different. Victoria closest option they had. After some light chat, hint at generous tip for story behind black eye. She politely declines. Suggests smaller tip instead. Agree immediately. Realize was wrong to pry into personal life. Have condo key already. Decide to pick up essentials. Make place feel more like home. First stop at Mountain View Used Cars. Buy well-worn Toyota Camry. High mileage. Not great for long trips, but perfect for getting around town. Considered rental, but since planning regular visits, buying makes more sense. Gather basics for comfortable living. Couple hundred gets me everything needed, including few changes of clothes. Rest of days spent setting up accounts at various casinos. Write checks at each one. Funds deposited into accounts without trace. By end of morning, successfully spread $60,000 across 4 different casinos. Pick up small spiral notebook. Start keeping track of gambling activities. Write down amounts, dates, casino names. Creating chronological record of supposed losses. Haven't actually lost any money, but no one would question entries. Known as terrible poker player anyway. Got 6 months to get condo down payment. Seems manageable. Skipped lunch entirely. Starving by dinner time. Return to breakfast spot. Victoria there again. Working double shifts. Making ends meet. High rent and area making it tough. Order meal. Try being extra polite this time. No personal questions. As finishing up, Victoria apologizes for earlier brush off. Accept apology immediately. She opens up bit more. Adjusting to life here tough, especially with this black eye. Parting gift from husband. When told him about divorce plans, hopefully last one. Thanks for breakfast tip. Really helps. She smiles while walking away, but sadness lingers in expression. Stays with me rest of night. Can't do much for her right now. Got other matters back home. Need to handle those first. Before settling things here, getting flight back not difficult. Still uncertain about plans. Arrive next morning. Find Victoria working. Catch her at table after meal. Got bit of problem. Wonder if you might help. Need someone to house sit. Have to leave today. Won't be back for a week, maybe more. 2-bedroom condo. No sharing space needed. Could be couple months. Depending how things go. Can you help? Are you serious? No strings attached? She asks. Looks surprised. Hate leaving place unattended. Actually don't care much about condo, but can't let her know that. Is it walking distance to diner? She asks. Still sounding uncertain. Not far. Also leaving you my car. Just keep it filled with gas. Will give heads up before returning. Voicemail on phone if need to reach me. Victoria standing there looking uneasy. Probably trying to figure out if this some kind of trap. Don't have time or energy to convince her. Just hand over keys to condo and car. Cars parked at condo. Dark blue Toyota Camry. Scribble condo's location on napkin. Pass it to her. She takes napkin and keys. Expression still uncertain. Look, Victoria, no pressure. If you decide to go, great. If not, no problem. I'll pick up keys when back next Friday. With an hour on flight home. Though staying in Salt Lake City feels more appealing. Retrieve car from long-term parking. Stop by house. Claire's car gone. Quickly gather what need for week. Clothes, shoes, laptop. Passport and birth certificate. Company has some extended stay units available. Book one for next 2 weeks. Plug in laptop to charge. Make call to oldest son Tyler. Tell him mother and I dealing with issues. We'll be tied up for a while. Ask him check on sisters at Auburn. Reassure them everything under control. Even with out-of-state tuition, relieved can still manage cover expenses. After call, plug in phone. Head for much-needed shower. Only had tiny bag peanuts on plane. Eager for proper meal. Monday proves whirlwind of activity. First thing go to bank. Arrange substantial second mortgage on house. More than current value, but confident situation will change by month's end. Take care of kids' tuition directly. Wire $240,000 to Auburn University. Cover prepaid fees. Get cashier's check just over $200,000. Handle few other financial matters. Cash in some CDs. Close money market account. Decide hold off on credit cards until later. Running late for work? Walk into office. Find Secretary Olivia waiting. Fresh cup black coffee. Knowing smile. Morning, Mr. Anderson. Heard about Crystal Oaks Club drama Friday. What's plan? Yep, it's true. Need you dig up everything on Thomas Walker and quietly reschedule my appointments. Olivia nods. Expression turns serious. Leaves room. Initially thought would take weeks get everything in order. Now seems possible wrap up in days. Immediately contact lawyer set up urgent meeting. Tell Olivia not take any calls from wife. Make clear security shouldn't let her in building. Richard Cooper, college buddy who never liked Claire. Seems ideal choice handle divorce? Settle into Richard's office. He gives knowing look. Was at Crystal Oaks Club Friday. Got pretty good idea why you're here. You're spot on, Richard. Not trying to be smartass, but this time you were right. Always thought could endure. As long as wasn't publicly humiliated, Friday changed that. Need full access to all accounts. Couple powers of attorney too. Assistant will prepare everything. Give you call. Anything specific I should know? Richard leans back in chair. Concern on face. Well, Daniel, Friday's events hit you hard. Have to ask, has this triggered something else? Maybe gambling problem? Nod, feeling mix of shame and relief. Yeah, Richard, afraid it has. Spent weekend in Salt Lake City. Lost significant chunk money. Worst part is, planning go back next weekend. Have feeling only getting worse. Richard's expression grows serious. That's rough, buddy. You keeping track of losses? I am. We'll keep detailed records. Make sure you get copies everything. Good. But let's not get too deep into this now. You focus on getting through. I'll handle legal side things. Thanks, Richard. Bring back financial worksheet tomorrow. When come in, sign those forms. Leave Richard's office. Realize missed lunch entirely. Olivia left detailed sheet on desk about Thomas Walker. Suggests speaking with Eleanor Brooks in HR. Before taking further steps, Eleanor, longtime employee, known for meticulous efficiency, always dresses sharp. Hair neatly pulled back in bun, has air of authority, makes even most confident employees feel uneasy. Arrive at her office. Good afternoon, Mr. Anderson. Please have a seat. Despite attempt to make me comfortable, feel like schoolboy about to be scolded. She closes door behind her. Can't shake feeling something significant about to be revealed. Don't engage in office gossip, Mr. Anderson. Eleanor begins matter of fact. But I do deal in facts. Fixes me with serious look. 3 years ago, Thomas Walker confided something. Has weighed heavily on my conscience. Swore keep it confidential. But given recent events, can't remain silent any longer. Words heavy with implication. Brace myself for what's coming. If anything I say disturbs you, free to leave. Our conversation will end. But please don't direct anger toward me. Just relaying truth. Do you understand, Mr. Anderson? Nod trying convey can handle whatever coming. About 3.5 years ago, your wife Claire approached Thomas Walker. At company event, Eleanor explains, lot of drinking involved. They ended up intimately involved. In one of offices, Thomas engaged to be married at time, but Claire threatened to expose their affair. If he didn't continue seeing her, stomach twists as truth unfolds. Eleanor presses on. Thomas hoped things would stop after wedding. But Claire was relentless. Blackmailed him into continuing affair for months. Threatening ruin him if didn't comply. Desperate, Thomas confided in me. Ethically couldn't disclose to you or anyone. Only solution could think of. Have Thomas transferred to another office. Room feels suffocating. Weight of Eleanor's words sinking in. Not just about Claire's infidelity. About calculated, manipulative betrayal. Festering for years right under nose. Once Thomas relocated Houston, Claire finally backed off. Never breathed word to his wife. Any questions? Eleanor asks, tone neutral. But weight situation hangs in air. Dawns on me Thomas Walker, much victim in twisted game as I am. Initial thoughts retaliation seem petty now. Almost ridiculous. Miss Brooks, appears Thomas was trapped as I am. Any advice how I should proceed? Eleanor leans back slightly, expression softening. Now that you have upper hand, suggest you let it go. Thomas Walker, valuable employee. Don't punish him for something couldn't control. Especially when your wife pulling strings. Nod, appreciating her candor. You're right. Being coerced into whatever that was with Claire. Punishment enough. As both rise to leave, Eleanor offers rare smile. By way, it's not Miss. Been married 32 years. Revelation catches me off guard. Hard picture, always professional Eleanor Brooks. As anything but stern figure she portrays at work. For brief, awkward moment, imagine her letting guard down. Transforming into someone entirely different. Someone with surprising hidden persona. Quickly push thought aside. More pressing matters to deal with. Back at office, Olivia already rescheduled all appointments, giving me clean slate. Despite her best efforts, Claire called 3 times, each time more insistent. Refusing believe I'm in Chicago. Olivia arranged meeting with company president next day, followed by session with legal department. Half-jokingly invite Olivia to dinner. She laughs it off. Reminds me her husband wouldn't approve. Teases. Maybe should try luck with Eleanor instead. Time with legal department drags longer than expected. Have to compensate few staff members for staying late. Apologize profusely. Thankfully, all understanding. Process turns out more intricate than anticipated. Closing out 401k and shared savings account goes smoothly. But cashing out portion retirement plan, different beast entirely. Requires more paperwork and bureaucratic red tape than imagined. But persevere. Cashing in sick time, vacation time, company insurance easier. Though further solidifies reality, severing ties with company. Only hope news won't get back to Claire before ready. That evening end up dining alone. Thoughts oddly drifting to Victoria. Wonder if she moved into condo. If still pulling those grueling double shifts. Strange how someone barely know can occupy thoughts like this. Maybe it's situation, maybe loneliness, maybe just desire connect with someone. Anyone who seems genuinely kind? Quickly dismiss notion as foolish. Remind myself dwelling on these fantasies, both immature and pointless. Next morning cash in 2 whole life insurance policies. Cancel 2-term policies. Surprised by how much whole life policies accrued over years? Bittersweet consolation. Arrange pickup checks following morning. While my car insured by company, decide cancel insurance on Claire's Lexus. Leased in her name but insured under mine. Before heading into work, swing by Richard's office. Drop off completed financial forms. Sign mountain of papers his secretary prepared. When finally returned to office, Olivia waiting with fresh coffee. Boss, she begins hesitantly. Don't want to add more to plate, but before meet with Jonathan. Really should have word with William Marshall in settlements. Jonathan Pierce, company president. Probably already has inkling about issues need address. Settlements department tucked away in dimly lit basement. Reminiscent of dungeon. William Marshall, quiet, efficient man. Ushers me into private corner. Shares some troubling news. About 6 years ago, man named Samuel Richards worked here. Married with children. Got entangled with your wife. After office party, Claire wouldn't let him end it. Kept calling him at home and work. Refusing let go. When tried break it off, she threatened tell his wife. He called her bluff. But his wife found out. Led to Samuel's downfall. Not sure where he is now. Apparently your wife gave his wife $10,000. Keep quiet about affair. Can't confirm that part though. Taken information with mix of anger and resignation. Thanks for letting me know, William. Didn't mean upset you, Mr. Anderson, William says, tone sympathetic. Olivia thought you should be aware. You did right thing. Afterward, take elevator up to 9th floor. For meeting with Mr. Pierce. Although early, he sees me right away. Meeting brief but direct. Legal and payroll departments will handle everything. Once matters settled. To call him personally. Hands me card with private cell number. Scrolled on back. No promises. No regrets. Certainly no nonsense. Leaving office, try process conversation. Things feel resolved in sense, but still underlying uncertainty. Nod to Mr. Pierce. Walk out without another word. Back in office. Olivia greets with usual bright smile. Hands me coffee. Return smile. Instruct her book flight Salt Lake City for Thursday morning. With 2-hour layover in Houston. As about leave. She gestures lookout window. Claire's in parking lot. Voice tinged with concern. Been arguing with security guard over 20 minutes. Won't let her in. She's refusing leave. What should we do? Seems guards have it under control. Try sound indifferent. Main concern now finding someone have dinner with. Don't like eating alone. Call Richard, check on progress financial issues. Informs can't proceed with anything. Until resolve mess myself. Need prove financially strapped. Despite having plenty funds. Between checks had and those on way. Plus cash in bank. Assure him we'll head Salt Lake City early. Not return until completely broke. Occasionally someone pokes head into office. Informing Claire trying reach me. She enlisted her friends. Call their husbands at work. All trying locate me. Stay in office bit longer. Tidying up. Make things easier for replacement. As prepare leave. Find Claire perched on hood my car. Waiting for me. Olivia has mischievous grin. Hands me keys to her Nissan Altima. Thought might be good excuse. For husband pick me up. Take me to dinner, she jokes. By way, she asks. Voice carrying hint of concern. Not planning anything reckless in Houston, are you? No, just tying up loose ends. Promise no revenge. Grab dinner at Longhorn Steakhouse in Bridgewater. Make way back to apartment before midnight. Next morning speeds by wrapping up tasks. Sign more paperwork for Richard. Close all bank accounts. Cancel credit cards. Arrange for utilities at house turned off following week. Collect checks from bank, insurance company, and work. Surprisingly substantial sum. Get new cell phone. Cancel shared line Claire and I had. Sell country club membership to friend for $23,000. By time make final stop at work. Replacement already settled in. Decent guy moved from Minneapolis on short notice. With Olivia's knowledge of office operations. No need train him. Few items left at house wish could take. Not critical enough warrant return trip. Olivia insists keep her car. Her husband will pick it up at airport. Grab couple cheap suitcases. Pack up belongings from apartment. Anything forgot can purchase in Salt Lake City. Take moment reflect. Have done everything could. All assets now liquid. No stocks or accounts remaining. Except house. Leaving that for Claire. Mountain air accommodating. Offering available seats. Moving up flight. Call Richard update him. Hey buddy. Just wanted let know leaving tonight? Hope got everything you need. I'm good, Richard replies. Can serve papers tomorrow. but still need that financial info soon. You might as well give it to her. I'll send proof of my financial irresponsibility ASAP. Be careful, Richard. Don't want either of us getting trouble. Claire will probably hire top lawyer from Denver, who might bail on her if things go south. Just do your best. Don't overcharge. I'll be poor man soon. Don't forget that. Oh, and see if can track down Samuel Richards. He might need some help. Depending on situation, I might be one to provide it. Got it, Daniel. Have safe flight. Stay in touch. Leave message on Condo's answering machine. Let Victoria know arriving later tonight. Want make sure she's not alarmed. If here's someone at door, mention I'll call first. At this point, not sure if she'll be there. Find myself strangely hoping for connection. Just having her as friend would be enough for now. Her situation makes her vulnerable. Don't want to seem like taking advantage. Arrive in Houston early enough. Enjoy leisurely breakfast. When arrive at Thomas Walker's office, he's already there. Expression makes clear not thrilled, see me. Mr. Anderson, Thomas says. Tone clipped. Like to say nice see you. But wouldn't be truthful? Think we both know that. Relax, Thomas. Try diffuse tension. Hope don't mind if bit informal. Start trying sound casual. Not here give you hard time. Just wanted clear air. Let you know understand what went through back then. No hard feelings? Thomas raises eyebrow. Could have handled this over phone. I know, admit. But was passing through? Thought worth it have face-to-face conversation. Wanted make sure no misunderstandings? Thomas looks puzzled. Still don't get it. Why go through all this trouble? I'm one who made mistakes. You don't owe me anything. I'm here to apologize. Say earnestly. True that my wife and I had issues. Didn't handle things well. You caught in middle of it. Not fair to you. Want make clear don't blame you for what happened. Thomas seems taken aback by sincerity. Appreciate that. But hard for me accept. Made mistake. Been living with that guilt. Thomas, while weren't blameless, majority of fallout came from my wife's actions. Explain carefully. Don't want you carry weight of her behavior. On your shoulders? Important for me set things right. Even if just small gesture. Didn't expect this? Thomas says, visibly relieved. Not sure how respond. Hand him one of Richard's cards. If comfortable, give my lawyer call later today. Might be need for your help. But will be handled discreetly. At most, might be asked for notarized statement about affair. Assure you won't reach your wife. Thomas takes card. Shakes my hand. Thank you for doing this. Means lot. As part ways, feel strange mixed relief and sadness. Thomas Walker, decent man. Deserved better than be entangled in wife's manipulations. Hour later on flight back Salt Lake City. Mind preoccupied with what transpired. Worked hard provide for family. Ensuring they had everything needed. But in process, neglected wife. Painful realization. But knew had confront Claire's attempts humiliate me. If she'd been discreet. Might have been consumed by self-blame, but her blatant behavior left no room for that. Evening turns out better than expected. Land at Salt Lake City International. Victoria waiting at baggage claim. Dressed casually. Departure from usual work attire. Didn't expect you pick me up. Say bit taken aback. Figured since had your car. Was least I could do, she says with smile. Not working? No, can cut back on hours. Thanks to your offer, she replies. Wasn't trying be overly generous. Just wanted find ways spend some time alone. And when to have me alone? What planning do? Victoria asks, tone playful. Haven't thought that far ahead. Say with grin. Any suggestions? Her blush, good sign. Sense she's teasing me. Makes me feel hopeful. No need be careful. Not scare her away. 30 minutes later, arrive her newly decorated apartment. Has simple yet elegant touches. Creates warm, inviting atmosphere. Clear Victoria put thought and care. Making it home. Show appreciation for her efforts. And picking me up at airport. Decide treat us nice dinner. Go local steakhouse. Order 2 prime rib dinners. Victoria seems enjoy wine more than beef. Sips slowly. Savoring each glass. How's divorce going? Ask trying make conversation between bites. It's terrible. Victoria replies with sigh. Still have 3 weeks before can even apply. Need 6 weeks establish residency. Remind her what mentioned before. Victoria looks frustrated. Thought this would be easier. Why didn't handle it from home? Victoria pauses. Plays with food. Clearly struggling with thoughts. Getting away from Peter was more urgent than divorce. Just piece of paper. Won't stop him hurting me. Guess used idea of divorce as excuse leave. Her words strike chord with me. Initially, divorcing Claire seemed top priority. now beginning question its importance. All really want is make sure she doesn't benefit from marriage. Since have no plans remarry. Divorce seems less crucial. Rest of evening spent chatting. About hobbies, movies, books. Notice Victoria doesn't have children. Respect her privacy. Don't press matter. Decide sleep separate rooms that night. When wake up, Victoria already left for work. Find fresh coffee waiting. All need start day. Still full from previous night's dinner. Skip breakfast. Make quick call to Richard. Richard, how's it going? Ask hoping for good news. Richard's response heavy with concern. Not good, Daniel. Got some bad news? What happened? Only been gone day. Say anxiety rising. Claire stirred up trouble. Richard explains. Found out about bank accounts and more? She's managed to get restraining order against you. All accounts frozen even if empty. Can't go near her or house. Barred from contacting adult children. It's mess. Going to take a lot of time and money sort out. Richard don't want any part of this. Confess feeling overwhelmed. I'm done. So won't be handling divorce? Richard asks, confirming reluctance. That's right, buddy. And she's hired private detective find you. Wonder how she'll pay for all this. Muse aloud. Don't know and don't care. Richard replies sharply. Just remember if cops or feds ask, have tell them where you are. Not risking career for you, even though we're friends. Got it, Richard. Try keep voice steady. Make sure cover yourself. I'll handle things on my end. Lay low for while. Thanks for understanding. Take care, Daniel. Was counting on you. Richard says before hanging up, call throws wrench into plans. Even best laid schemes can fall apart. Left scrambling. Original idea pretending lose all money in casinos. No longer viable. Decide against involving anyone else in mess. Fortunately, Victoria left me her car. Don't know how she got to work. Left with small bag money and checks. Trying figure out next move. Have visit 6 different casinos. Cash checks and get chips or credit. Cautious about going banks. Worried might be holds or freezes on accounts. Fortunately, casinos cooperative. Eager assist me. By end of morning, successfully deposited everything across several locations. Have bag brimming with cash and chips. After grabbing quick lunch, begin process converting chips to cash. Within 2 hours, emptied casino accounts, leaving me with substantial amount money. Everything gone smoothly so far. No issues or suspicions arisen. Takes less than hour drive to Garden City. Rent large safety deposit box at small bank. Store everything there except $5,000. Keep that for spending. Relief knowing money secure is palpable. Eager celebrate with Victoria over another long dinner. But soon as enter condo, something feels off. Victoria seems in frenzy. Trying fix things don't need fixing. When sees me, immediately tries cover part of face. I'm sorry, Daniel. Voice filled with remorse. It's my fault. Didn't realize he was following me. Until already in apartment. Should have been more careful. Really sorry. Gently lower her hand from face. Victoria has fresh bruise and swollen lip. Large bluish bruise covers right side of face. Was it Peter? Ask, concern deepening. She nods, eyes filled with distress. He had his 2 brothers with him. They're out looking for you now. Peter told me not leave condo. Where are they searching? Inquire, trying piece together situation. I gave them names of 3 casinos. Explains, frustration evident in voice. Idiots don't even know what you look like. Don't think they're thinking straight. Clear we have leave immediately. Staying put not option. Calling police out of question. Quickly gather what we can. Leave everything else behind. Drive west. Spend night at small motel in Pine Valley. Room has only 1 bed. But make sure be gentlemen. Pick up some takeout. Even buy some makeup for Victoria. She does best cover up bruises, but damage still noticeable. Victoria keeps apologizing throughout night, relieved when she finally falls asleep. Next day, head into Sacramento. Pick up some clothes and personal items. Have extended stay at Pine Valley Motel. For 2 more nights, over next few days, Victoria and I spend time getting to know each other. No intimacy or suggestive comments between us. Despite knowing her short time, feel surprising level ease with her. Far more than ever experienced. With wife of 24 years. When not engaged in conversation with Victoria, mind consumed with worry about ongoing mess. Hesitate bring Victoria back to condo, fearing Peter might track her down. Similarly reluctant return myself. Worried someone might be searching for me, carelessly left laptop, passport behind. Other important documents too. At time foolishly thought these items crucial, which now seems rather trivial, despite only knowing Victoria a few days. Feel unspoken trust in her. Both grappling with troublesome spouses. Have you ever been to Mexico? Victoria asks. No, reply. Wondering if hinting at something. I don't know. She admits, Just in case things don't go well, there's something need you do for me. Don't want you getting into trouble. Especially with Peter. You don't owe me anything, Daniel. Already done more than enough. Well, I'm unsure about what's ahead for me. Say thoughtfully. Stashed away a lot of money. It's not illegal. But hiding it from my wife, if anything happens to me, you'll need retrieve cash. Who's after you? Haven't mentioned that? Victoria inquires. Did you do something illegal? Several federal agencies looking for me, along with private detective. Sure, local police will get involved if necessary. All trying to do is safeguard some money from wife. What should I do with this money? She asks. Been thinking about it. Say carefully. Head to Guadalajara. Wait for me there. Use whatever money need get by. Until I arrive, how will you find me? Go to Mercado Libertad for coffee every morning. I'll track you down. It's big place, but I'll locate you. What should I do then? When realize I'm in trouble. Just be patient. I'll bring you along. Rather have you with me than go separately. Feel better when we're together. Can't we both leave now? Victoria's insistence growing repetitive. Choose ignore it. Don't mean be rude. Just eager move forward. 2 hours later, cross pass. Arrive in Garden City. Add Victoria's name to access list. For safety deposit box. She receives own key. Back at condo. Park bit away from complex. Lower level parking area beneath units. Open but covered. Ask Victoria wait in car. While check for potential problems. What kind of problem? She asks. Not sure, but given recent events, anything could happen, and it does. As walk through park area, notice something odd. Daniel Anderson. Turn around. He's small, worried man, looking rather strange. In long leather coat, doesn't quite match large black tool. Holds in hand, seems more intimidating than man himself. Do I know you? My name is Gordon. He says, smile almost proud of own identity. Your wife sent me. Okay, what can I do for you? Ask, try and keep calm. Need your wedding ring and wallet. Understand wedding ring, but why wallet? Have make this look like robbery. Make what look like robbery? Your wife hired me and you, Mr. Anderson. Hope she paid you up front. Because she doesn't have any money. What you mean? Before could get answer. Conversation abruptly ends. 3 large men, clearly Italian descent, emerge from across parking area. Menacing presence amplified by their long leather coats. Daniel Anderson. We want talk to you. Peter shouts. Gordon caught off guard by intrusion. As turns face them. One man notices tool in his hand. All 3 reach into their coats. Dive across concrete barrier. Toward outside of parking area. Gordon momentarily distracted by new threat. Loses interest in me. Tension palpable as scene unfolds. Have think quickly. Stay ahead of whatever coming next. Hurry alongside of building. Toward car. Shots ring out. Echoing off garage walls. Glance up, see Victoria. Speeding down street. 2 men in suits emerging. From black SUV across street. Clearly federal agents. Likely waiting for me. Firefight provided enough distraction. Slip away from area. Victoria and car gone. Returning to condo no longer option. Don't know who shot Gordon. In parking garage. Frankly don't want know. What to know is 3 different groups after me. For various reasons. Chaotic situation. Received message loud and clear. Need act fast. Have few options. 1 catch bus to Garden City. Retrieve money. Quickly dismiss that idea. In too much trouble. Be dealing with that now. Whole situation escalated. Far beyond initial aim. Of escaping cheating wife. How had it all gone so wrong? Realizing need lay low. Let things cool down. Decide find place hideout. Still have over 4 grand in pocket. Will last for while. Fact wife try and have me ended. Baffling. Assumed she would be smarter than that. Realizing no longer any insurance money. To be gained. Had made massive mistake. Take bus to Oakland. Even in expensive Bay Area. $1,000 doesn't stretch far. First 1,000 goes towards acquiring social security number and ID. Will allow me get job. Find room with shared bathroom. Manage land job waiting tables. In low-key restaurant. After about month, earning enough support myself. Becoming decent waiter. Some customers even request my tables. Since hadn't been paying cell phone bills. Service cut off. Few bucks get new prepaid phone. About 50 minutes airtime. Want call Victoria. But no idea where she is. Or how reach her. So decide call Richard. Hey buddy, it's Daniel. Just thought get update from you. Daniel, good hear from you. Things still messed up, but not as bad as might think. Where heck are you? None your business where I am. Last time spoke, was dealing with bunch nasty people, all wanting something. Am I still wanted man? Well, most that mess cleared up, especially after Claire was arrested, but seems IRS still after some payment. Related to 401k assets? Apart from that, most it fine? What you mean Claire was arrested? Thought you would be first know about that. Ever heard guy named Gordon? Yeah, met him briefly about 3 months ago. Tried take me out, but got interrupted by other guys after me. While they argued about who would get me, slipped out back door. How he fit into this? Claire hired Gordon take you out. Gordon got injured pretty badly in Salt Lake City. Spilled everything to police. Claimed Claire going stiff him on $10,000 contract, so he ratted her out. Surprisingly, cops bought it. Charged her. Richard delivered news. Tone mixing resignation and relief. Claire's stuck in jail. Can't make bail. Like help her out. If hadn't tried have me killed. Sure her parents could bail her out, but won't be involved? See if can help any other way. Nod, feeling mixed frustration and acceptance. What about divorce? Should start those proceedings again? Honestly, it's up to you, Richard says. Got strong grounds now. Divorce would definitely clean up mess. Kept all paperwork. Can use most of it. That's something at least. Say trying find silver lining. And how are kids? They came home when all this mess started, Richard replies. We're worried at first, but once knew full story, just wanted to hear from you. They're okay. Relieved tuition's been taken care of? That's good here. Say, I'll call them soon. But how did things go? With money laundering scheme? Richard lets out heavy sigh. Not great. Lost control. Lost contact with operation. I'll check on it next week. But honestly, even best plans sometimes fall apart. Understood. Say, I'll keep in touch. One more thing. Did Claire ever say why? Wanted me dead? No, never mentioned reason. Assumed about insurance. But she didn't know you'd canceled it. After hanging up, take stock of situation. Have borrow car? Drive to Garden City. When arrive, find safety deposit box empty. Didn't expect Victoria leave note. But disappointed nonetheless. Wonder if gone to Guadalajara or found place where couldn't track her down. To find out, visit several travel agencies in Oakland neighborhood. Most offer group tours. Not interested in those? Finally stumble upon tour to favorite Mexican city with last-minute cancellation. Fits my budget. Not that trip overly expensive. Just running low on funds. Have make every dollar count. Strange feeling. Scraping together enough money for something supposed to be fresh start. Feel sense of relief. Seeing familiar faces on trip. Some guys from work on same tour. While most sign up for side excursions. Have own agenda. First 2 days uneventful. Market in Guadalajara far larger. More chaotic than anticipated. Begin question if Victoria used money. Escape more exotic location, like Bangkok or Tahiti. With amount from safety deposit box, could easily relocated anywhere. Find myself torn. Between waiting for her show up, or actively searching. By third day, patience wearing thin. About time, Daniel. Voice calls out, turn see Victoria standing. Hands on hips, wide brim straw hat, adorned with blue band. Say something. She demands, been going out of mind, not knowing if even alive. Instead of responding with words, walk over and kiss her. Action should have taken much earlier. Feels right and comforting. That's pretty pathetic explanation. Victoria says, voice mixed with relief and reproach. Maybe should try it again. Pull her into big hug, swing her off ground. Victoria, missed you so much. Still owe me explanation. For where been past month. But let's save that for later. Let's go home. Have some lunch. Hand in hand. Stroll through market. First time in while? Feel truly content. Daniel, don't get upset. But use some your money, Victoria says. Put most of it in bank. But needed place for us live. So bought us house. Hope don't mind. Look at her, surprised but pleased. You bought us house? Yes, Victoria confirms. In beautiful city. Wanted us have place call our own? As turned out, Claire's parents managed raise bail money. Cover her legal fees. Richard had no trouble. Getting her signature on divorce papers? Claire sentenced 5 to 8 years for attempt on my life. Thomas Walker had given Richard deposition, but wasn't needed in end. Richard also located Samuel, who was sober but struggling. When Richard asked how could help, Samuel mentioned dream-owning hot dog pushcart. Felt bit better after spending $2,400. Fulfill that wish. Resolved IRS issues for $444,000. Peter's brother's still languishing in jail. In Utah with no clear timeline for release. Now with legal troubles behind. Could return home. Old job waiting. With promotion in offing. Law no longer pursuing me. Once Victoria's Mexican divorce finalized. We plan to marry. Kids looking forward to wedding. During spring break, although house in Guadalajara stunning. Likely won't live there full time. Victoria wants keep it as vacation home. Olivia eager for me return to work. Especially with new position. For both of us, it's promotion. Victoria ready move anywhere. As long as we together. She also wants me introduce her to Claire. Interesting prospect. My plans didn't exactly unfold as had hoped, but considering everything have no reason, complain.